Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Zcast, a zombies hopefully will be now weekly podcast now that Modern Warfare 3 is out and pumping. My name is JoeMatt123 and I'm here with Mr. Inazuma Flamer, very elite tier human being. Okay, we're good. But yeah, in general, the schematic system is really cool that it's there. They just have to nerf the timers. I love the fact that it's another piece of depth added to this mode. We have the contracts, the different mission acts as well. It's all really cool how, like Flamer said, how this is pretty much DMZ, which is the unfortunate part. But at the same time, they did still add zombies to it. And it doesn't just feel like DMZ with zombies in it, per se. There are a lot of zombified aspects to the mode, which is cool. Do I wish there was more zombified aspects to it? Yes. We're not going to get into that right now. But I think overall, the job that they did was a very good job introducing this game mode. It has completely shattered what I expected it to be. I thought this was just another filler year. I'm waiting for COD 2024. No, man. I'm now invested into Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. I'm waiting for COD 2024 for sure. If I can snap my fingers to make it come, I would. But I want to sit here and enjoy what we got with Modern Warfare 3 Zombies because I am now invested. So, should you buy this game? Do I think you should buy it for the $70 price tag? Yes. Do I think if you got a discount on it, should you buy it? 100% absolutely yes.
Actually, speaking about that, there is a Black Friday deal going on right now. If you just want to play it for zombies, you do not want the Battle Pass or anything, get it right now. Instead of paying $70, you can get it for $59.99.
There you go.
Not sponsored.
Clearly not sponsored. But there you go. I mean, that as far as thoughts go, again, for the most part, most people you ask that at least I talk to and I play with, they would suggest they'd probably lean towards yes, you should buy it, at least give it a chance. And yeah, there are some issues with it. Like I said, it's not a perfect mode. No mode is really a perfect mode. It's as far as you can get from a perfect mode, but it's definitely as far as you can get from an imperfect mode, like a Vanguard Zombies launch, for example. There are crashing issues. There are different things that may bother you. But again, when you pull back and just look at it from the outside looking in, do you have fun with this mode, especially if you play co-op? I think the answer is yes. So that's that. Let's move on now to the kind of leaks for the mode. So most of you watching this probably already played or understand the mode. We can now talk about some of the leaks for the mode. Mr. Flamer.
Yes, and the leaks for those things. Ooh, there are some juicy things coming. I just want to go straight into the one that we had basically on the day before release. I think this was from Prestige's Key. Is he bought a collector's edition that was on sale on, I believe it was Walmart. It was Best Buy. It was a Best Buy. Just normal version, but it was like a collector's edition. And it came with some patches and stickers, and on the back of that thing, it had a logo for Widow's Wine. Now, those who play BO3 know that that's one of the best perks of BO3. I mean, it was the only perk added in between. But, it was a solid perk, and it's very interesting to see this return.
If that comes back, I'd be so hyped. It's a fan favorite perk, no doubt about that. Also, Flamer, considering this is another great thing about Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. If you're in a call with anybody, like if I was just sitting here and Flamer was playing, I know when he's going to tier 3 because he's going to start screaming. That's something we haven't had in Zombies in a while. And considering how difficult tier 3 is in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, and how ridiculous it even is, to be honest with you, it's like unfair. But whatever skill issue, you say what you want. A Widow's Wine would be a great fit. Literally for that reason. Tier 3 exists, so it would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Whether or not it does come to the game, we don't know because there has been nothing really in the files to our knowledge right now that has referenced Widow's Wine. There has only been that collector's edition leak, but...
Actually?
Yes?
We have a string that's saying... I believe I saw it yesterday. There's been some strings about stuff coming to the game, and it said... Widow's Wine perk underscore ZMOD on disc.
That's new. That's a new leak then, right? I literally haven't even seen that.
Yeah, that was posted yesterday with like a string of text that was featured. I think I can find it.
That's cool. Well, in the meantime, he's...
Yeah, power spider grenade.
Okay. So there you go.
There you have it.
I hope it wasn't cut, man. There's still one slot available in the Wonder Fizz. I don't know. So here's the thing. We know Mule Kick's coming to this game. Like, that's 100% in the files. Like, that shit's coming. That makes me now question, is Widow's Wine definitely coming? Does the Wonder Fizz one slot remaining really mean anything? I don't think so, especially in a game where they can throw perks anywhere on the map. But it's concerning to me that I know Mule Kick, like, if I had a bet on anything to come, Mule Kick's like the heavy favorite, considering all the leaks and stuff like that. It could potentially even come with Season 1. Once that comes, is that it for perks, or do we still have room for more perks? I don't know.
I feel like there are more perks, because we also have, of course, like we said, Mule Kick. We might be getting Widow's One. Apparently, there's also notes about some kind of like double tap feature. There's at least like a double tap kind of power up signifier right here in the strings. So it's gonna be interesting to see if that's an actual perk or if that's like a pack-a-punch power-up. So you never know. I mean, remember when the Wonder Fizz was out on Cold War?
Yes.
And at the first time it just had everything filled up.
Did it actually?
And then they kept on... No, it did not have open slots itself, because they kept on adding art onto the Wonder Fizz machine.
Oh, I think you're right.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. This is a long time ago. We're thinking back multiple years, guys. This is...
Exactly.
Well, listen, either way, it would be really awesome to have Widow's Wine in the game. Whether or not it comes back, we'll have to wait and see. There are reference to it in the files, like Flamer just said. So we'll have to wait and see. As far as the next perk to come into the game, I think it is more than likely going to be Mule Kick, based off of some of the rumors and leaks that have been going around. We'll have to wait and see what the deal with that is. But overall, exactly. I think we both agree that that would be a W. Now, I say we move on to these two things just posted about an hour and two ago, respectively, by Marvel News Network. So these are some features, potential gameplay features coming to Modern Warfare, or events even, if you will. So this is a rumor, not a leak, allegedly, but it's according to Hey, I'm Alex, who scavenges the files for anything and everything.
Yes.
He leaked the VR11 before it was announced. He literally had gameplay of it before it was announced, so elite man right there. Either way, the rumor is hostage and civilians will be added to some point. Will be added at some point in Modern Warfare Zombies. One activity will have you evacuate civilians in areas that are being guarded by zombies and mercs. Another activity will involve hostages a la DMZ. Mercenaries are holding scientists hostage, so you have to save them. The scientists can be executed. So now we're adding yet another piece of depth and more dynamic stuff to Modern Warfare Zombies. More events. Could potentially be a mission event. Could be a contract. We don't really know. But this sounds really cool. Again, my issue with it is that it's not so much Call of Duty Zombies, but at the end of the day, I look at this as just a game mode. I don't look at this as a Call of Duty Zombies game mode, even though that's what it is. And the question is, am I having fun? The answer is yes. So this will contribute to that fun. Now, the second thing is, this kind of ties directly in with it. Rumor, some Outbreak features are returning to Modern Warfare Zombies. This includes Holdout, which is set on a timer. And while Outlast is similar, Holdout is notably different as you are stuck in a small, confined space, versus Holdout, where you can freely leave and is set on a proximity timer. I think he meant versus Outlast. Well, whatever. Yeah, they're pretty much the same thing, slightly different. Either way, really cool to have more objectives added to the game. Next, it says helicopter drop, where you have to shoot down cargo from a terminus helicopter. So, again, just more world events, contracts, missions, different things to do with the Modern Warfare Zombies. Really cool stuff. They're really trying to tap into kind of like messing with the missionary or mercenaries. Really cool stuff. I'm also looking for... Okay. So, another thing, and Flamer could really talk about this more. I have not played DMZ, but official. A new warlord, Dokkaebi, has been found.
Dokkaebi. Yeah, Dokkaebi.
This marks the third.
Yeah, I said the way is like the Rainbow Six Siege operator. Okay. So I was like, oh yeah, Dokkaebi.
There you go. So Dokkaebi. So it's going to be the third warlord added to the game. There's a key card, a fortress key card for this boss already in the game that people can get, just like the tier 4 Pack-a-Punch that you've been seeing, and we'll discuss in a second. Actually, I'll just say now there is a tier 4 Pack-a-Punch. How you may get it will probably be in the Ether Rifts, which we'll also talk about in a second. But these things will be added in future updates, so if you happen to get them by accident, no, they're not accessible yet, but they will be at some point in time. Now, on that note, Flamer, Dokkaebi's keycard, right? And all this stuff, the Ether Rifts and the Tier 4 Pack-a-Punch, according to Yuja, right? He says that the Ether Rifts could be something similar to Kashi Complex in DMZ. Now, I've never played DMZ. Do you know what Kashi Complex is?
Yep. I know what Kashi Complex is because I got the blueprint from there.
So please explain.
Huge shout out to Mr. Jack Mayfire for helping me out with that.
So let's get that explained.
Mono Aurelio, sorry. Jack and Mono Aurelio, I believe. Yeah, both. So, Kashi Complex is a map inside of the DMC map, inside of Modern Warfare 2 in a Warzone map. Which is very small scale where you had to complete a lot of puzzles to maneuver your way through a dark facility where you could still be shot by bots, but you could also be shot by players, and you had to loot and do certain puzzles to get parts around it, and when you exfil with those, you are able to get a certain blueprint for the cast involved, which is amazing. I would say it's one of the best blueprints out there. I would say you can use it in Modern Warfare 3. So if you ever have time, go to Kashi Complex, do this quest there. It's worth it. The weapon is insane in zombies.
Wait, so it's like an area on the map that you can go to?
It's like a separate area on the map.
Okay, do you have to teleport to get there?
You go there, and then you initiate the door sequence, and everybody standing there will be teleported with you from your team. So it's a different map that's loaded in right there.
So that is what allegedly these Dark Ether Rifts could be, that we go into these Dark Ether Rifts, we're teleported somewhere else, and then at that point, we'd have access to, like I said earlier, the Tier 4 Pack-a-Punch. The Fortress keycard probably is not going to have anything to do with this Dark Ether Rift, but it could. The point is,
it could be, yeah.
Future content coming in, and now that there's going to be another area that we're going to teleport to, the possibilities are endless. Also, I want to say, I'm watching this gameplay here. I said this yesterday on stream. I really do think that if they made this map nighttime, it would fit zombies so much more. It would be so sick. Also, if we were to get some kind of Christmas update where there was snow everywhere, I think I'd start crying. It would look so sick. It would look so sick. But I digress. Okay.
Yeah. We also have the Rainmaker, I believe, and somebody else as the mercenary. But what I am thinking, and I've been talking about this with Yuja, is we know there are new maps coming to the game itself, regarding Rebirth Island, for example. So it might be a Rebirth Island, or it was not Caldera. It was what was the other one? The map that's coming back. Rebirth Island, and then the other one from Vanguard.
I have no idea.
I don't know what the island is called. No, not Caldera. It was like the small island. Fortune's Keep, yeah.
Yeah.
Fortune's Keep and Rebirth Island. So maybe those are their mercenaries that we can kill there.
I think there was a leak that said that Rebirth was going to be in zombies, right? I'm pretty sure I saw that.
Yeah. Yep, I saw that. I was gonna talk about that in a moment. With that, Rebirth Island is actually getting a full-fledged zombies Easter egg, apparently, when it releases.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yes.
So, this could be another way for them to just add to the core experience. So, the question is now, are we going to have Rebirth Island to play this on, or is it going to be Urzikstan and we teleport somehow, some way through an Easter egg to Rebirth Island? What do you think?
I was thinking about this, and you know how we had in Cold War in Forsaken that we saw that the Requiem heads, like Weaver and Grey and everybody, they get taken apparently to Alcatraz.
No.
No, it's like you cannot escape or something like that. When the Forsaken is nearly dead, it's like enough.
Like the dark room.
Yeah, when he. Yeah, the dark room. So I was thinking, what if this is gonna be a flashback sequence because it's Rebirth Island, where we are playing as, well, of course the operators from Modern Warfare, but we'll be under the lead of Ravenov, trying to rescue these heads and see what happened along the island itself.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Listen, there's a lot that they can do with these bonus islands. I think that's the best part about a game mode like this, is that they have the ability and even the availability to do a lot, to outsource a lot more than they do in a round-based map, because there's only so much you can do. Like, what are you going to do? Teleport to another map in the round-based map? Sure, that could be an evolvement of round-based, and you keep playing, on that area, but it's still just considered part of that map. Now we have a chance to really be extremely dynamic with the gameplay experience and play on multiple different maps, do Easter eggs across multiple different maps. I'm excited. I'm looking for. So real quick, in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, we already talked about schematics, right, and how they were cool and this, that, the other thing. The timers were annoying. Well, with Season 1 for Modern Warfare 3, we're going to be having the VR11 come into the game. I already talked about these Dark Ether Rifts, so basically there's going to be some kind of new endgame thing that you can do. I'm not yet sure whether or not that means when you exfil or when you complete a certain mission, but you're going to be able to go into these Dark Ether Rifts. I think this means when you exfil.
So, I would like to talk more about this, but, Joe, before we go into this, you need to complete Act 3 to know all of this. How it goes.
Okay.
I'm not going to talk about it right now, but the moment that you beat Act 3, well, you will see what they mean with the Ether Rifts.
Either way, I think the Dark Ether Rifts are going to be game-by-game basis. I could be wrong. We'll see. I'm looking for... But yeah, in Season 1, we're going to have these Dark Ether Rifts, the VR11, and new acquisitions. There will be a VR11 acquisition, the Scorcher Wonder Weapon as well, which is awesome and in this game. There will be an acquisition for that at some point in time. We don't know if that's coming in Season 1. Allegedly, there's going to be acquisitions for some other stuff in the game as well. So basically, they left some stuff out intentionally. This way they can add it as content later on. Just wanted to mention that real quick. I think... So there's also a rumor that round-based is coming back to Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. I don't really want to talk about this too much because this is not true to the identity of the game mode. If it came back, cool. No. If it didn't, cool. I really don't care right now. I want round-based. I would like nothing kind of but round-based. But I would rather let Treyarch cook in their own game. I just don't
want a Vanguard situation.
Yeah. So, I mean, given what we have here, I'm cool with just rocking what we have. So, either way. So these are two. Okay, so the tier 4 zone. So allegedly there could be another zone in the Dark Ether as well. Another zone in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. And this is going to be the tier 4 zone. And this could be the Dark Ether as well. So it's confirmed that the Rift Gates coming in Season 1 will allow for new endgame zone inside the Dark Ether, where you have limited time to complete an objective. So this tier 4 zone won't be accessible probably per se from the regular map, but again, through these endgame rifts. We really have to just wait and see exactly how they work, but you'll be able to access the Dark Ether for the first time within this game. Just trying to combine all this stuff together. Now we can talk about the exo streaks.
Before you go into that, I want to talk a bit more about the seasonal things, because I don't know if you actually saw it, but a few days ago, Mark and I actually made a list about what's supposedly coming to this game regarding objectives, challenges, but also new alternate ammo types. And I think that final one is very interesting because the new alternate ammo type that we're about to get is called Shadow Vortex.
Yeah, that was leaked before the game, right?
Yep. And that was even a leak in Cold War itself, that there was a new AAT called SV. So So that's what we probably know as Shadow Vortex. What probably got cut and is being worked on for the next game. There's also, which I think is very interesting, there is probably going to be used in the Tier 4 zone. There is an ether, which is like a Geiger counter that reacts to the ether zones. So the moment that you're standing inside of those, you will take extra damage. Just like the storm itself. Then there is Relic Hunt, which is about finding child, teen, adult items. That is about.
Whoa.
Zombie control. Helicopter control.
And wait, what exactly are these again?
Stuff that's coming to the game.
Like, okay.
It's actual in the game right now, but just locked behind season. Also, Rift Gates, as they're called, the Ether portals, they require elemental keys to open them up. So if that's going to be anything that, if it's like Koshai, it's not going to be like Koshai. It's more going to be like Building 24. And Building 24 is another map inside of DMC where you had to collect a keycard in certain weeks to go inside of there. You had to use the key to go inside. So I don't know how they're going to do this because Building 24 was a mess at launch. You could go in once with a card and then you just get decimated. So, and of course we're going to get more schematics, including the Blood Burner, which is the cool Ether bike that's around the map. And
which I have not yet gotten in game, by the way, once. I've not even seen.
I sent you a map about it.
A map?
About all the locations. Yeah, I sent you a map of all the locations so you can find it.
No, that's the fucking Ether Rifts.
No. I sent you a map with the Blood Burner bike.
Yeah, but it doesn't spawn in the same spots every time, I thought.
So those are the spots it can spawn in every game.
Okay. We'll see. You gotta resend that map because I don't have it anymore.
It's okay. But we're also gonna get a schematic for the Scorcher, which I would say is one of the best wonder weapons I have used in a long time. It's so much fun to use.
Yeah, it's awesome. It really is.
Yeah. Alright, that's me done rambling. Let's continue the show.
Okay. 1 second. I'm getting this loaded. So
yep.
There is, allegedly, within Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, going to be coming exfil streaks, which I briefly discussed earlier. We have exfil streak 1 through 10. So this is just a rumor / semi-leaked information. It may not be completely complete. There could be stuff that changes. So streak 1, you're going to start with 500 essence. Streak 2, you'll start with 5 armor plates. Streak 3, you'll start with 1,000 essence. Streak 4 will be 30% off all perk machine cost. Streak 5 will start with 1,500 essence. Streak 6, increased contract payout, these are starting to really sound awesome. Streak 7, start with 2,500 essence. Streak 8, 50% off mystery box cost, which is a big issue in this game. The mystery box not only doesn't feel like it's not worth it because of just because the loot gets better on a timer, but it's kind of expensive considering you get no points, so that's cool. Streak 9, you start with 5,000 essence, which is huge. And then Streak 10, you get 20% off your Pack-a-Punch cost. So these exfil streaks could be big for this game mode. Meaning, if you get it to a 10 exfil streak, you'll literally be able to run into the match and Pack-a-Punch instantly if you want to with your weapon. I know you also have your schematics, but you can potentially pair those on top of each other. Do one contract, you can maybe get to, because of the bonus essence you have and the contract bonus you get, you can potentially just literally use a schematic in tandem with one contract and get to tier 2 Pack-a-Punch of your insurance weapon instantly. So, pretty damn cool. But again, that's just a rumor. The main thing referring to points that I wanted to discuss, Flamer, was the bank system. So allegedly, within this game, there's going to be a wallet, just like in, or allegedly like in DMZ. There's like a wallet or a stash that you can store your points. There's also some place to store your weapons, I've heard. Do you know anything about these two systems?
So, I know about the two systems you're talking about. The wallet it has been added in Season 3 of Warzone in Modern Warfare 2, which was very needed because you would keep most of the money that you exfilled and you could put them in a wallet so that you can take a large sum with you next time that you infill into the map. So you could buy stuff at the... Well, yeah, you could buy stuff easily. And the weapon stash is... You exfil with money.
Okay.
And then you could withdraw it when you go back in. But the more that you withdraw, the more that you lose when you actually die. So if you have nothing at your operator anymore, you will lose everything.
Oh, so it's 6-tier operator?
Yeah.
Interesting. So it kind of makes sense
Very
now how they have this operator system set up.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And the stash itself was something in Koshai that I actually saw is you can deposit a weapon, and then you could keep it in your insured gun slot, or you could keep it in your contraband stash without exfilling from the map.
Okay. So I think this would be a good way, as we discussed before, to potentially have people keep the ray gun from game to game. I still am of the opinion that if you exfil with it, you should just be able to put it in your contraband stash. It just makes sense. I don't care if it's a wonder weapon. I don't give a shit. Every single weapon in the game should be fair game. But if they want to do it through that stashing system, sure, whatever. But there's got to be a way to carry over my 48-hour schematic ray gun to the next game.
I mean, right now, I'm not needing a lot of space in my stash, but I know that I'm just somebody that uses everything every time, you know? Yeah. Well, I have right now, and I kid you not, I have 3 ray guns and I have 2 Wonder Waffles in my stash right now.
Yeah.
So I just keep crafting every 48 hours so I can just keep it on spare. So for example, when an Easter egg comes out, so I can just go in and just hunt.
Yeah, I mean... So that's another thing that is a big, very controversial right now. Not even controversial. I mean, if whoever's talking about it, kind of like this is their angle on it. The acquisition stash for the Modern Warfare 3 zombies, as Flamer just mentioned, isn't an issue for him. But for some people, they feel like that they need a larger acquisition stash because you can only have 10 items and you have all of these different schematics for different things. It's like, okay, if I have even a full rucksack, I can only store an additional 10 things in my stash. It's like, damn. If I want to craft an ammo mod and a couple of perks for one game, that'll kind of fill up my rucksack, and then I really can't store much in my stash. So I also believe that they should increase the acquisition stash. I don't think it should be unlimited like some people want. I think that would be ridiculous. But if they were to at least double it, or 1.5x it, meaning to 20 or 25 items, I think that would be optimal. I think the most likely thing to happen would be that the acquisition stash potentially could increase to 15, and maybe by completing certain stuff within the game, you may be able to increase it to 20, but that's a bit of a push. But we'll have to wait and see.
Exactamundo.
So yeah, I just see what you saw. Rebirth Island may come to zombies with a main Easter egg for the specific rumor. Keep in mind that it's unknown whether or not the Easter egg is for zombies or for Warzone. Previously, and it's been reported that there are future maps coming to DMZ zombies. Well, Urzikstan won't have an Easter egg. These upcoming maps will. So again, a lot of the stuff that we say here, you have to take with a grain of salt unless we say it's officially, talked about, like the Season 1 stuff. Even then, how certain things work, we really don't know. We really do have to wait and see. Last couple of things. One of the last things that we talked about schematics a lot. One thing that I didn't mention is actually coming. I said, and a couple other things, was the legendary Ether Tool and flawless Ethereum Crystal. So these are things that should have been in the game on launch, but they're not. Now they will be coming to the game at some point in time. Basically, you can spawn into the game using schematics and put it in your rucksack. You can get a crystal to instantly pack once your gun to level 2 and to get your weapon purple. However, the highest in the game is gold and tier 3. So those schematics will be coming at some point in time alongside, like Flamer said, the Ether Bike, the Scorcher, and alongside probably more stuff, the VR11, and even more stuff that we're yet to even know about yet. And I think
Yep.
As far as Modern Warfare 3 goes, I think we're done. There's also another little ether wonder weapon, whether it's a knife, we don't really know, a ballistic knife.
Yep, indeed. I was about to say, I actually have more info about it.
Take it away.
So apparently we're gonna get something which is a new lethal, which is called the Ether Blade. And what people are thinking, if you're looking at the gameplay for it, is... I just want to say, Joe, have you ever played Extinction before?
Nope.
So Extinction was a game mode made by Infinity Ward, with aliens, basically.
Yeah.
And you had this little item called the Hypno Knife. And when you throw the Hypno Knife, you could basically brain rot an alien to become an ally on your side.
Okay.
So what people are thinking is that the Ether Blade is gonna become the next Hypno Blade. So when you throw it at any enemy, doesn't matter if it's like a zombie or a mangler or a mega abomination even, you can befriend it for a certain amount of time.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's definitely a good yes. It's definitely a good guess, a good prediction. We have an image of it in game as well, which we can't show to you guys, but I mean, it's literally, it looks like a shock charge thrown out of your right hand, and it's got literally the dark ether camo on it, so it's really cool to look at. But I'm just trying to think. It could be even, people are speculating that it could even be some kind of Hell's Retriever. You have to also do remember that if it does happen to be a lethal that you just pick up or can spawn in with, it probably won't be the most powerful thing ever. But there is something about the way it looks that leads me to believe that this is not going to be something that you can just spawn in with. I think this could be something that you get from maybe even completing that special fortress that we talked about. Maybe you can get it from that. Maybe you can get it from the Dark Ether Rifts. This item looks like it's going to be an exclusive item. I just don't understand why they'd add a brand new lethal to the game, call it the Ether Blade, and put a Dark Ether camo on it, and it's just not going to, there's going to be nothing special about it. No, I don't think so. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what it does and how we get it. But if I had to guess on the most general terms, I would think that it's a part of a bigger plan, a bigger thing. And that's how you'd get it. And I do think the ability would be really cool, like something like I said or what Flamer said. I don't think it'll just be straight up a knife that you throw and that's it. But as far as I'm concerned, Flamer, I think we are now all caught up. I don't think there's anything else. I'm going to take a quick look through some stuff, but I think we're caught up. Also, real quick, like Flamer said, Alex posted today or yesterday, this is kind of how you're going to go into the Dark Ether Rifts. So, activate gate to enter Dark Ether is going to be the title. Vote to teleport to the Dark Ether with UI alt. Okay, so with whatever button on the tac map. Dark Ether Rift initiated, and he says we're really going to the Dark Ether. So there's text references already. All this stuff that we talked about most of the stuff that we talked about is already in game to some capacity. Again, we have to wait and see if it actually comes out. Also, I think now that we're done with Modern Warfare 3, we can just very, very quickly move on to, and if we have anything to talk about related to Modern Warfare 3, we will circle back. But COD 2024. There is stuff for COD 2024 within the files for Modern Warfare 3. I'm just looking here. We do have some calling cards and challenges for Season 1 for Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, but it's just, there's no point in reading those out. Those are just, you'll see them when they come out. I'm looking for, so yeah, there's a couple of Treyarch leaks of COD 2024 Zombies leaks. I'm looking for something in specific. Here, real quick, I want to read this tweet. I posted this today. It's really unfortunate that COD HQ is ruining every surprise and idea that these devs have. Like you guys just heard in this entire podcast. We've talked about everything coming potentially to the game. A lot of content that's probably not going to be in one season. It's going to probably be throughout multiple seasons. There's a lot here. As well as we're about to talk about COD 2024 stuff, and this is all because of the COD HQ. It's unfortunate that COD HQ is ruining every surprise and idea that these developers have. With every update to the COD HQ, more future content seems to be added to the files and leaked after days. To the capacity that the VR11 was in the game on launch, we had gameplay of it, and that's a Season 1 item. So a month before, It was scheduled to come out, and the day before it was announced, we had gameplay of it. And then also somebody said, I feel bad for them, especially since COD 2024 stuff is coming out. We're getting more and more leaks. And I said 100%. Also in the past, I've also loved leaks. Like, I literally do love leaks. The issue was that there was no definite on those leaks because they were coming randomly, right? And not all of them would be true. So it would make you question some stuff. You take stuff with a grain of salt. Now this stuff is literally just in the files. So they're either true, all the stuff that we're talking about, planned to come out, or scrapped content that's dug up and will disappoint people who saw the leaks and get excited for said thing and don't get it. Like, for example, maybe Mule Kick never came into the game, which, like I said, it's common, but maybe it didn't come into the game. It's in the files. People would be mad because it's in the files. Why isn't it there? Same thing happened in Cold War Zombies with Double Tap. It was in the files with, I think it was, a jingle was in the fucking files. It's Dark Ether jingle, but it never came out. The truth is that if the final product is fun, leaks and preconceived notions are mostly irrelevant, but it is still important to note that it sucks that all of these things are coming out through the COD HQ app.
Yep.
Flamer, are you able to find this? I'm looking. I think Alex posted it. So the information about COD 2024. I'm looking for it real quick. So basically, hold on, let's see. So he posted a big kind of like log file of like, or a big note of stuff that's going to be in COD 2024. I think it was Alex. And it talked about there potentially being another, literally like an Alcatraz map, an island map, like we saw at the end of the Forsaken cutscene. I got it. I'll send it to you right now. I just found it. But there are some juicy things in this, and you have to take this with a grain of salt. But you also have to remember, all the stuff we just talked about, including the tweet I just read to you from myself. This is from the Call of Duty HQ. So this is real stuff. So if we go down to the zombie section here, zombies, ZM, what we have confirmed is that Mystery Box are obviously returning. We have the Pat Machine returning. We have some kind of crafting abilities returning. Speed Cola is coming back. The Wonder Fit's coming back. A Tombstone Stash is coming back. Bank Roof. So there's going to be some kind of bank roof in whatever map there's going to be. Some kind of church gateway. Ammo crates are coming back. There's going to be some kind of Dark Ether field emitter device, which is really interesting. Let's see. Awnings, angle top.
There's also the disco thing that I'm like, huh?
Disco?
Disco? Ayo, Spaceland?
What do you mean about disco?
ZM_disco.
All right. Let me see. I'm going to go down in a second. But real quick, also another thing is Bubblegum Machine. Now, what I also want to say is that it's very possible there was stuff left over from previous games in this code. Alex even quote tweeted somebody who said Gobblegums are coming back and basically made a sarcastic remark indicating that Gobblegums are in no way confirmed to be coming back. Although there is stuff referring to Bubblegums in the files, it does not mean that they are coming back in this next game. It is very possible that they don't. But they are, there is a reference to them in the files at the very least. Was that you that just DM'd me?
Nope.
It was Jack. Joe, you two on. Okay, well. You're going to wait now. ZM, elevators, laboratory indoor, tentacle trap for zombies.
Yeah, that is insane because when was the last time in Cold War, right? Where we had a trap?
I don't think we did have a trap in Cold War.
We only had turret traps, right? In MW3, I believe.
MW3. Oh, yeah, we did. That was a trap.
Tank trap.
That was it. Yeah. Forsaken. No, there was a sniper trap in Forsaken. But the point is that there weren't many exciting things going on in Cold War in terms of traps. If you think to BO3, there were a lot more traps and different things to do. So in this game, it looks like they're trying to put them at the forefront right away. And I don't believe there was a trap inside of D Machina at all. I could be wrong.
There was none.
We could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that there's no trap inside of D Machina. So
There's neither in Firebase.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's not, but I also feel like there is. But I don't remember anything either. So there you go. So it's nice to see traps kind of making a return. Just traps are another piece of depth, and it sounds like a unique trap. It says some kind of tentacle trap, right? So it doesn't sound like an electric trap, which was kind of annoying. That was a common occurrence in BO3, and even BO4 they had a couple of electric traps, I think, right? But either way, it's nice to see that they are coming up with some unique ideas and some new traps, because it's just another way to add depth to zombies maps. As far as what else is actually leaked about COD 2024, it's a Gulf War Call of Duty. More than likely, the name of the game is going to be Call of Duty Black Ops Gulf War. It's also possible the name is Call of Duty Gulf War, but considering that this is going to be a Treyarch title, considering that the previous game was called Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and now we have a Gulf War Call of Duty, it would make sense that the name is Black Ops Gulf War.
Yep.
And that's all I got. Flamer, you got anything at all?
I think there is one thing. I don't know if you talked about this. I was looking at my phone. I was talking to Alex. Sorry. Okay. Did you talk about the deck cannons?
No idea what the fuck that is.
So apparently, in one of these maps, because there's 2 maps apparently on release, we don't know if there's multiple coming because they said there might be more. This is what we have right now. There is a cannon that we're able to fire.
In Modern Warfare 3?
No, in the next Treyarch.
Oh.
There's an actual functionable, movable cannon that we're about to fire.
Interesting.
Yeah. And also going back to
I didn't see the disco thing.
It's in there. It's the T10_ZM_disco is owning.
Oh, okay.
But what is interesting is, I don't know if you saw the show, but a couple days ago there was a leak that was saying, and I remember this because this was verified by Charlie Intel, I believe. If I go to Charlie Intel, is that the next Call of Duty was indeed going to be a Gulf War Call of Duty that got basically leaked by Windows Central, and yes, they said that Activision is considering potentially offering weeks early access to Call of Duty 2024's zombie mode via pre-order.
Great point. Completely forgot about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you guys have played any game other than Call of Duty, you probably noticed that if you pre-ordered a special edition of the game, like, for example, MLB The Show is a game that I play. I don't personally do this, but if I was to pre-order the highest edition of the game, I would get I would get early access to the game a week early. And now, with Call of Duty, especially in a game that had 4 years of development time, they are flirting with the idea on the back end of potentially allowing the entire game to go live earlier than usual, than the set release date, as well as, if they don't do that, they may put zombies a little bit ahead of time. So right now we have a campaign 1 week early we can play if you pre-order the game, with this game and the previous game. But now they may do the same thing with zombies, which I personally don't want. I think it would be cool, but I don't really want it. I think that just would ruin the launch. But either way, they're flirting with the idea in the back end of making zombies an early release. And as long as it's not a beta, I'm down. Obviously, we have the multiplayer betas. We pretty much all get instant access or early access to betas a month or two before the game comes out, which are cool, and they definitely help to improve the game. I don't want a zombies beta. If they're going to release zombies early, release it early.
Yep.
But I mean, that's pretty much the deal. If you pre-order some certain edition of the game, I'm sure it's going to be the highest edition of the game. You'll get all your bonus crap like you usually do. But now this is a real tangible thing that they're going to be giving you to pre-order the game at the highest edition. And I know for shit sure this will work. You want to talk about, bribing people with the season passes and the black sell and bundles? I'm somebody who really doesn't care too much about that. I happen to give in this year and buy it because I enjoyed MW3, but I just barely did that. I know a lot of people have not done that, but if they get early access to Call of Duty Zombies by pre-ordering the highest edition of the game, they for shit sure will purchase
Bro,
that earliest edition of the game.
imagine, right?
They'll make a lot of money off that.
Imagine that you'll see the Warzone reveal, you know, like the event that they always do in Warzone for the next game, and it will just end with like a zombies teaser, and this will just be like, pre-order now, pre-order the digital deluxe edition now to get up to 2 weeks early access to the new zombies map, Prison of the Dead, or something like that.
So, yeah, I'm excited. Also, what they could do is potentially give us access to one experience and not another. They save another for launch. There's a lot of different possibilities and different ways this can go. This was a leak/rumor from Windows Central, like Flamer said. It's cool to see that they're playing with the idea of pre-order bonuses, and I think it would be very smart on their end to do something like that. Also, real quick, again, there is a chance that we get more than one experience on launch for Black Ops Gulf War Zombies. Other than the fact that this game is leaked to have more than one experience, other than the fact that it felt very dry with just the machine on the launch of Cold War, and other than the fact that we got 4 maps with Black Ops 4 and 2 with Black Ops 3. Also keep in mind again that they had 4 years of development on this game, and they should be done with the launch content. Like if the game would technically be coming out right now. Not to say that they're on the same schedule, because that's the whole point of giving them an extra year, that they had more time to kind of flush out and really polish up those ideas.
In leaks before that Black Ops Zombies right now is fully functional and playable, and it could be released early, is what they have been saying. Like, if they wanted, they could release it right now, but they have to wait. So I have a feeling that they're gonna take this time. And that's why they're saying, like, there's multiple maps coming. I think they're going to fully flash out this season, this year, because they got another year to do it. They're going to make all the DLC maps, but they're also going to be like, okay, what if we do this and this and this? See this as, like, a Black Ops 4 situation where we might end up with, like, 3 to 4 maps all.
Yeah. And that should be what we get. I mean, not to say we're going to, but we should get that. Yeah, I agree.
Well, imagine, like, if we did manage to get those, like, 2 weeks early access to Call of Duty Zombies. Like, we get access to one map, we can just play it, you know? We can beat the Easter egg, get a bit of the story going, and then suddenly, boom, 3 full-fledged new maps for you to try out. You know how the mechanics work. You know what you have to do. Go ahead, this is your playground.
Yep. Listen, I agree. I'm down. It's just about whether or not they do it. They have, like we said, this is the first Call of Duty ever to be on a 4-year cycle. It's Treyarch as well, the best Call of Duty developer. I don't care what anyone fucking says. They have done the best job of releasing the most colorful, vibrant, and fun Call of Duties to date, whether it's Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4. If you look at the all-inclusive amount of content and the products you get there, even Cold War, considering the situation that ran into, Treyarch did a phenomenal damn job with every single experience. No matter what, I was able to have fun with every Treyarch Call of Duty title. So the fact that this developer, the creator of Zombies, now has 4 years to work on this amazing mode, I'm ready, dude. I'm excited. And Flamer, at 56 minutes and 42 seconds, I think it's time.
I think it's... We've been talking for what most people would say is a reasonable time.
Yeah.
I think...
It's our first CCast in a while.
CCast in a while. And I would say it's a great one to fully flesh out. See this basically as like a part 1 of like a mini-series that you're about to watch. This is going to be part 1 of our podcast, talking about all these leaks, because trust me, because of this COD HQ stuff, there is so much stuff we can unravel. We just reached like little tiniest of details that we could talk about. We can go more in depth about all these codenames. Well, we'll have to save that for another episode, because there is a lot more underneath a layer in this surface than is basically shown right.
This is truly only the beginning of the craziness that is about to start with Call of Duty Zombies. Everyone was waiting for MW3 because we knew it would be 1 year to go until Call of Duty Black Ops Gulf War. And during that period, we had a main Call of Duty to go with and a main Zombies mode to go with. We're here now. We got Modern Warfare 3 Zombies to go with. And then shortly after, we're going to have Black Ops Cold 4 being announced and released. Like Flamer said with the COD HQ, you got to stay on your toes and stay tuned to both our channels and to the Zcast channel for nothing but eliteness and elite discussions. I will talk to you guys later. Take care.
Peace out.
Meatballs.
Bye.